before,
Yes.
I know we're wrapping up.
Yes.
And he said a lot about Black capitalism.
Yes.
But can you at least, like, there is something not quite curling. The Jerry curl is not fully Murraying for me in this Black capitalism space that you're speaking of. I'm seeing way more exclusionary. I'm even seeing way more using the movement to advance certain platforms, but not necessarily building within community. I'm talking about intra-community. So as Kelly is asking this question, I would love for a part A and part B around like, what is this next space in Black movement? But I will say that, and I want to be very explicit about this, even as you were talking about Ferguson, my spine went up a little bit, because what doesn't get enough credit is that it was literally poor Black and brown kids marching for 300 days plus without the camera being there for people to even care to be on the other side of bail funds that maybe don't get enough press, but actually were started by poor people that put their money together in a space where debtor's court is the number one crime towards our people. And I feel like that doesn't get enough shine as the Sidney Poitiers or the Harry Belafontes. That's the problem I have with capitalism in this space, is that it is seen as like this savior within the community, as opposed to the community, like the people that have the least leading the movement.
What if I told you I don't disagree with anything that you said?
Fine, but then what do we need to be doing more of?
To both and.
Agreed. So what do we need to be doing more
I
of?
I think there's a couple of things about that. One, we have to do a better job. We have to do a better job, and content creators, of sharing our stories. Mm-hmm. We have to control our narrative, right? So that's first and foremost. And I think we have to do a better job of lifting up those individuals with our platforms and sharing those stories and spotlighting those individuals. And I'm saying that both are necessary. The communities, we have to go in. SNCC used to go into communities. They didn't try to change from top down. They went into communities. They took the Quaker philosophy into Philadelphia, Mississippi, and register those people and empower those people on a local level. That is necessary. Those stories aren't told as well. But we also need places like the Black Economic Alliance and all of those individuals who work in Wall Street, who are climbing. And I think the answer is you have to lift as you climb. That's our responsibility. It's not, and it's appreciate is too strong, because I don't want you to think I'm responding to you, but I don't appreciate per se exclusionary tactics and movements, because that destroys us.
For sure.
And people want that to happen. And so, yeah, you got some people out here who ain't for us. You got some Black capitalists who only care about themselves, who want 2 Teslas and live in a gated community. And that's
and I don't fault them for that.
That's your ministry.
Right.
That's
I don't
do
fault
you.
For that.
Everybody not going to be down with us. But my
Right.
only point that I'm saying is I think it's a both and I think we're stronger like that, sharing all of those stories.
Yeah. Word up.
I agree with you. And I would love for more people that are in those spaces to hear your words, because I do think the lift as your climb looks way more like charity within our own community than actually like rolling up sleeves and being like, I'm spending 5 years in Wall Street. This is my intention. This is my goal. This is how I support the movement. And it looks way more like, let me contribute to the Jack and Jill. Let me do this for the whatever. Let me do.
Part of it is that we have to teach them. Part of it is the work that you were doing, the work that you were talking about in Ferguson, the community building. A lot of these people don't know how to do that. And so when they make it to these C-suites, all they know is like, all right, let me give back to my HBCU. Let me give here.
That's fair.
And a part of it is that we exclude them from these conversations. And some of them don't want to be a part of these conversations. But those who want to be a part of these conversations, we have to welcome them and teach them how to do that movement work. That's why movement versus Black capitalism, I don't rock with the verses. I like the and.
And aggregate them, because I cross the paths of people all the time who are like, tell me what I need to do.
That's true.
They want to be aggregated so that they can activate.